Hello and welcome back to Metaphor ReFantazio. Last time, things really kicked off. We've got a new party member, Luis is back, and we are now going to pretend to be the prince. I'm not sure how this is going to go, but this episode, we are needing to prepare for whatever comes next. So, what we're going to do first is we're going to talk about our new party member. By that, I mean we're going to completely ignore our new party member, and we're going to check the engine room. Now, I have looked up something about this character already, because I had a very brief glance at it.
Where was that?
And we'll get to that when we get to that. Just because I was curious about something when I looked at it, and yeah. Let's see. So, let's go in here and have a look at Berserker. This looks like research documents about the Berserker archetype. In times of yore, there lived heroes who abandoned logic and reason in the name of power. Their souls together formed the power of the Berserker. Among them, the elite rampaging force, crusher of bones, before whom an energy's courage shrivels. I dub thee the Destroyer. The Berserker archetype has but one ambition: amass the power to physically decimate its enemies. But to dedicate oneself fully to a single purpose is to eschew and discard all others. Let no berserker forget this truth.
You don't say.
So, this archetype is basically a physical attacker hell-bent on overpowering its foes, but in exchange it's got basically nothing in terms of defense or magic. Okay, so, here's where we get into what I looked up.
What now?
So, if we go in here and look at Basilio, we can then see underneath his character in Berserker, he has the ability Charge. Now I saw this and I went, oh cool. Let's see what Charge does in this game. Because Charge in some of the other games is quite interesting. Because it doesn't always do what you would expect it to do. For instance, in some games what Charge does is it increases your damage by 1.5 times. Which is not that good. Because if you're going to use 2 turns in combat, and use 1 turn for charge and 1 turn for attacking, you lose, effectively, like 50% of one attack's damage, right? Sometimes it does double damage, at which point it's equally as good as attacking twice. So, for instance, if it did double damage and you use charge and then slam strike, you would be using more MP than if you use slam strike twice. But there could be reasons why you might want to charge on 1 turn and then attack in another. Like if you want to do a single attack that does more damage, charge would then be better. And then there are other games where charge does 2.5 times damage, at which point charge always outpaces a normal attack, and it's always better to charge and then attack. So I looked up, how much does charge do in this game? And the answer is I have absolutely no idea after having spent like 10-15 minutes looking around. People, apart from people who just post exactly what it says underneath here for what charge does, people were mostly talking about the fact that it says once per battle. As far as I can tell, it works exactly the same as in every other Persona and SMT game, in that you use it and it works for 1 attack, and this is just a weird way of phrasing that, but we'll see. If it's once per battle, then it's a completely different ability, but I don't think it is, because we've seen the enemies use it, and the enemies quite clearly charge up and then attack, and then it's only 1 attack which is powered up. So yeah, unless I've been misreading that the entire game, I think that it probably works in exactly the same way as every other game. So yeah, we're gonna have to test this. Anyway, we have a Berserker in our party now, which is cool. He's weak to light and dark, but has a resistance to all physical moves. Okay, I can definitely see what kind of situations we'd use him in then. But, yeah, weakness to light and dark are interesting. It's not as bad as in other games, because I think... Thinking about it, let me go to you just for a second. Yeah, in other games, light and dark were instant kill moves. In this game, they are not instant kill moves, so it's not that bad, because generally an enemy won't have both. Why is it important that an enemy won't have both? Well, it means he'll only have 1 weakness, which means it's like, let's compare it to, say, Brawler here, right? Brawler has 1 weakness. This effectively has 1 weakness. The weakness is just light or dark. But generally, when you're in a dungeon, you're only going to face one of them, right? Like, if you're in a dungeon with a bunch of skeletons, you're probably going to face dark, you're probably not going to face light that often. So, anyway. What has he got? Else he got Slam Strike. Deals medium physical strike damage to one enemy. Slam Shatter is an AoE version of that. I like that he has early AoE. Increase attack by 10%. We've seen another one of those as well, actually, interestingly. War Cry. Decreases attack defense for all enemies for 3 turns. All enemies? Ooh, he's got an AoE debuff. Okay. Deals heavy physical strike damage to all enemies for 1 to 3... Deals heavy physical strike damage to all enemies 1 to 3 times. Okay, so he's got a lot of AoE. He is very much an AoE attacker. That's cool. What synthesis does he have? Rampage Slash. Extreme physical slash damage to one enemy. Ignores resistances. Nice. Extreme physical pierce damage significantly reduces attack. Wanton Destruction. Deals extreme physical strike damage to one enemy. Inflicts a one-time weakness to strike. And Battle Cry Tackle. Heavy physical strike damage to all enemies 1 to 3 times. Ignores resistances. These are interesting. Okay. Okay, and then the next one after that is Unknown. That is, we know it's Destroyer. So he's got heavy physical strike damage, an electric physical move that removes buffs, a wind physical move that lowers resistances. I like that it's got lots of elemental physical moves. While in the front row, increases damage of all skills proportional to HP lost. Okay, so the more HP you've lost, the more damage you do. And it raises your HP, so you've got a little bit more room there. Heavy physical light damage, and then while in the front row, increases attack of all skills by 10%. Cool. Deadly Eraser. Severe physical almighty damage to one enemy. Removes status, repel, and strength buff effects on that target. Oh, cool. And then the only thing you need to get him there is rank 6 with him and Berserker 20. Okay. That's very neat. Is there anything we want to grab off of him? I mean, once we know how charge works, we probably want to grab that for physical attackers, like Stroll would probably be a great user of charge. But beyond that, I don't think we really need to grab too much else. Yeah, maybe the physical strike damage stuff could be pretty good, actually. Yeah, maybe some of the shatter stuff could be good, but yeah, I think we're mostly okay. Also, it's all strike damage, which is interesting. It's not slash or pierce. I was expecting it to be slash, looking at the weapon. You know, personally, this weapon looks like it would slash things to me, but I guess he just kind of hits them with the side of the weapon. Okay, cool. Right, and then we also now have, just to have a look at him differently, we have Basilio. Let's go party, actually. That's the easier way of looking at him, right? Yeah, here's Basilio. Heavy strength, heavy endurance, very low agility. Like, that agility is painfully low. Look at this. So he's got 22 agility here. Yufa, 35 agility. She does have a +9, but like, that means that her base agility is 26. Base agility 27. Base agility 44. I suppose Hulkenberg does have a base agility of 16. I don't know if that means that he's, like, acceptable or whether Hulkenberg's agility is just atrocious. He's got 24 as well. Maybe I'm being too harsh. 22 maybe is fine. But maybe it means I need to raise Stroll and Hulkenberg's agility somehow. Their agility is atrocious. Maybe this is why they miss. Okay. I hadn't noticed that their arms raise. That's kind of cool. I hadn't seen that on this screen properly before. Anyway, but yeah. And then... yeah, his archetype gives him +2 agility, weirdly. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, I think that just revealed to me I need to look at the agility of my characters more than anything else. Right, let's have a look at his equipment. Basilio's axe from his military days, crafted from a ship's anchor. Yeah, he talked about his military days previously, as in the previous episode, but not too much before then, although I guess we didn't know too much about him before then. Protective gear made from monster bone and hides is his jerkin. Sturdy armor that encircles the upper arm. Ornament created by twisting 2 strands of thread together. A stylish suit made of fine material, a gift from Fidelio. It was intended to help his brother look more professional. I just want to have a look. Bushi costume. Okay, Cool. I want to switch him to his best stuff. Let me just quickly give him another class. What do we reckon he might like? Brawler? Brawler's probably pretty good in general. What else has he got? Could he use this one? I mean, the physical attack skills are kind of nice, I guess. Yeah, I don't think he's really a knight kind of person, but maybe he is. I'm just seeing what other stuff he's got. Yeah, maybe we'll just quickly give him Brawler. Doesn't really matter because I'm not necessarily... Well, Brawler's a strike class. No, let's give him Warrior. Warrior's cheap and isn't a strike class, so let's do that.
Fascinating. This right here, all right?
Yes.
I'm counting on you.
Of course.
I hear the voices of past heroes' souls. O worthy heart who tempers anxiety into strength, if thou art ready to bear thyself and fight with all thine heart, I shall bestow upon thee our soul, the soul of the warrior.
I'll do it.
Doing this warrior thing. Now this I'm used to. I'll cut him in half. Get ready to see my real strength. Fantastic.
I'm getting stronger.
We are going to switch him over there. And then we're going to switch him back. Reason for this? It will automatically equip whatever the best equipment
Stay
is.
insane in a fight?
There we go.
Not bloody likely.
He is a little crazy, apparently, but that's okay. Let's give him the Sentinel's Talisman for right now as well. Some extra endurance. He could probably do with some of the strength stuff that we currently have on Stroll, but we'll just give him endurance for now. Endurance would never hurt him. Basically, I think endurance is fine. Right. Hello.
Here, kitty.
What a cute cat. Look at his face. It's like he knows he's cute. Right. Yes, I wish to go back to reality. Okay. So now we've dealt with our new character from a gameplay point of view. Now we're going to go back to this spot. And we're going to look at everything from a story point of view. Memorandum. We have many memorandums. On Basilio. He fully trusts Fidelio's cautious choices, but conversely, Basilio had good instincts that his brother does not share. His decisiveness depriving from those instincts, or deriving from those instincts, has saved the day on multiple occasions. Though he loses his temper more easily than his older brother, wearing his passion on his sleeve often reveals how deeply he cares. Fidelio. A wary man. Unusually calm and wise among his Parapus tribe, however he places little value on his own life, and despite his caution, he would readily choose to sacrifice himself for the sake of the big picture. Anything else in Memorandum? No, that's it. Okay, suppose we don't have a on Luis section.
In truth.
Before Basilio awakened to his power, I felt the flow of another person's magla, I'm sure of it. His magla was gentle and warm, it enveloped Basilio, then seemed to merge with him. So in a way, I guess we do have both of the brothers together. It's just that Fidelio is living inside Basilio now. Huh. Interesting. The magla was absorbed. I have the feeling there's got to be some consequences to that. Fidelio. He seemed like Luisa's right-hand man, but he had a good head on his shoulders. Makes me think, if we'd met under other circumstances, perhaps we'd have shared a drink together. Yeah, he did seem like Luisa's right-hand man, but obviously he wasn't, because he wasn't let into the secret that we were not on his side. Zorba was. Zorba is more of his right-hand man, although you could argue that that was only because Zorba already knew. Yeah. Okay. Hello.
Indeed.
Always knew you were a gusty one, but to think you had it in you to claim yourself as the prince. Bravo, old chap. You know, this gauntlet runner was originally commissioned for His Highness's exclusive use. I'll do what I can to make it worthy of him. To masquerade as His Highness the Prince, it seems insolent to claim his identity, and yet, I cannot put my finger on why, but I approve of this suggestion. Though not without reservation, As the Prince's royal guard, you shall have my protection. Interesting. So we were also told that the Prince did not have Clamar features, which I did notice earlier in the game. We just never came back to it. It was like maybe he had little horns or something hidden underneath his hair was what I think we came up with. But yeah, if he had Elden blood, and we are meant to look like him, and then he was taken to the Elden village when he was looking for a place for safety, could it be that his mother was Elden? And that we are in fact his brother in some way? To me, that would make some level of sense. Could we in fact be a prince? That'd be kind of crazy. Anyway, hello. At least Basilio's awake now. That's a relief. I thought he'd be a walking shadow, but watching him, I think he's going to pull through. First you for awakens to our powers, and now Basilio too. It's surprising, yet at the same time it's not. We all seem to be guided by your star. Okay. So if I want to progress, I go that way. Interesting.
Sam?
Can't say I'm feeling as powerful as you lot look, but whatever I've got, I know for sure it was Del who gave it to me. Nothing easy about it, but I know if I'm gonna be throwing around this power as your ally, I can't afford to mope. Okay. Oh, you know what we haven't looked up actually?
What now?
1, he must be our remaining follower. Oh, it doesn't show him. Ah, okay. Wait a second.
Got it.
I can wash. We're in the Gauntlet runner. Oh. It's been about 2 seconds since we had a shower.
Alright.
Let's use the toilet as well. Maybe it'll give us our +1 luck, even though we're going on the wrong day.
Right.
Nope. Pantry. Nice. Oh, you know what else we should do? Well, before we do anything else as well, let me just see if I can check my recipes. Whose handwriting is that? There are notes here about new potential recipes. Indestructible honey cake recipe and adamantine honey cake recipe. Okay, so we have 3 things. We need Altaberry wheat flour, 2 lots of Altaberry wheat flour and 2 Luma bees, and Altaberry wheat flour. So if I get Altaberry wheat flour, we're pretty much sorted. Alright, we can do that. It's gonna make me walk up. Well, can I fast travel?
Right,
I could, okay. That's fine. King's Rock is still there. Yeah, looking ominous as ever. Lots of fusses around. Hello.
Why, you little...
What the bloody hell was that? We came for Saint's Day, not to see fire and brimstone. What will become of us now with the church gone? Who are we to pray to?
What's happened?
Hello. You brought the scourge upon us by coming here. This is why I detest Eldas and pagans.
You're not serious.
Hello. Saint's Day ended on a rather blood-curdling note, didn't it? Perhaps the lone saving grace is that Lady Rella is still on our side.
What are we to do?
Okay. Hello.
But that...
The city is in shambles and His Eminence Forden killed. He can't be. Just who the devil are you? Are you with us or against us? Hello. I cannot believe it. Sanctifex Forden slain by Luis. No, it can't be true. But then, why has Luis not been struck down for his sin? Surely Sanctifex Forden had nothing to be judged for. Or did he? Okay. In here we go. I just want to see if there's anything new. Probably not. What's that? Bounties. I would love to check, but I'm kind of busy right now. Alright, I mean, fair. You do seem like you might be busy right now. Let me just check the map. Way forward is there now. Okay. Let's head up this way. Hello.
Damn.
My mind's eye see the monolith mourning the loss of the great leader. There looks to be a storm on the morrow. Okay. So we were told we weren't allowed to go this way, but let's go this way anyway. Oh no, we're allowed to. Okay, I guess this still counts as... Oh, it is still the Blue Sky Bridge area, so I guess it counts. Okay. Hello.
How did this happen?
How can so many people be enamored of that maniac Luis? Thankfully, we have more guards than ever now, but it's only a matter of time. Saint Rella might become the new representative of the Sanctus Church, as people's faith in her is strong enough to stop Luis.
Well, I guess.
Wait a second, Forden's still up there. Yeah. Oh, actually, the Roussant is. I just noticed Roussant man's on the side, not Godot.
I'm just...
Oh, interesting.
What'll I do here?
Hey, I've come to see the statue.
Hang on. What if... Isn't that...
Yeah.
What?
The King's Rock still shows Forden's face. Guess it takes a while to process what happened. When you are at the top, you have a huge following. Probably takes a while for the news of his death to reach everyone. Wait, that has implications. If it's news of his death to reach everyone, I wonder whether that implicitly means that you could, in theory, have a dead person as king, right? If everybody is like, yeah, that's the best person for the job. Huh. That means Luis is practically in first place. I wonder who the believers of Sanctism will support now. Whatever the case, it looks like the confusion will continue for a while. I can't wait to see the next official rankings. Thank you for the mag.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh.
Who'd ever imagined Providence would take His Highness Forden from us? Closure. There, look. It's been such a mad craze of late that the King's Rock can't even keep track of the standings.
Oh.
At this rate, Luis will have a clear path to the throne. As Sanctus, our very existence is in peril. I guess also having the delay makes sense so that people wouldn't be like, well, Luis is still on the statue, therefore he must still be alive. I guess that's why it's got a delay. At times like these, we must come together. The Sanctus Church ought to settle upon a single candidate. Lady Rella, perhaps. She's very kind, and the people have such confidence in her. But does she stand a chance against Luis? She may be the greatest healer in the nation, but their disparity in strength is plain to see.
Look at that.
People are in uproar. I bet she's really good at curses.
You there.
Unless you have a reason, we're asking everyone to stay clear of the Opera House for now. That goes double for candidates like you.
Right.
Security is pretty tight, huh? That's fine though, we've got shopping to do. We have the Gauntlet runner too, so we shouldn't need the tavern. Yeah, but I didn't go into the tavern previously to talk. Anyway, that's fine. Hello. Oh, we can't afford them to do further damage. Then again, there's hardly anything still standing.
Oh.
Now is the time for us to pray. God will strike Luis down for his sins. I never expected Luis would go so far, but I can't see the church yielding to him either. In the event they decide to nominate another candidate, I'm afraid I'll have to take countermeasures. Oh, I haven't the slightest concern about you. Now that you've openly opposed Luis, you'll be a wanted man come tomorrow. Okay. Anything over here, or are you still fussing? Oh, new fuss.
Really now?
Those blasted pagans were the ones who helped Luis break in. They opposed the offering of the relics, so they cooperated with that madman. How many times do we have to tell you lot not to pin everything on us? It's your own bleeding fault security's not up to snuff, not ours. Okay. Hello.
Can't be.
People's trust in the monk army has fallen off a cliff. How do you blame them? The head of the church was killed inside a very stronghold. There's rumours it was His Eminence Forden himself who ordered the assassination of the prince. Should we stay devout to an unrighteous faith? Okay. Hello. We Mustari have always received the blame for ill omens such as these. There are even rumours spreading that they wish to eliminate our tribe entirely, or lament for those so eager to be blinded by the realities of the world. If I could ask one boon of our new king, it would be to create a fair and just new world, free of such discrimination. Just asking for small things from your new king, right?
Oi.
Right. Hello.
For that.
That spear of Luis's, the one he used to slay His Eminence Forden, is the man able to kill anyone he pleases so long as it's in his possession. At this point, what purpose does the King's protected magic even serve? The way things are going, we may as well give up on any semblance of a fair competition. Okay. Hello.
Oh, cripes.
His Eminence Forden was killed. Oh, first it was His Majesty and His Highness the Prince, and now, what in heaven's name is going on? Oh, someone save us. At this rate, there'll be no safe place left for us to live. Okay. There's a magic shop along here that we can go into. I don't really want to go in. I just want to see if anyone had anything to say. No, okay, we're good. We're good to go.
What is it?
Right, let's head along this way, and then we will go up the stairs, swooping around as we do. Hello.
Hang on a minute, you.
Only those with permits are allowed past here, especially on a day like today. We absolutely cannot make exceptions. Oh, how could we have failed our sacred duty to protect His Eminence Forden? Okay. Well, we don't actually need to get supplies. I mean, what supplies do we need? We don't have any more money than last time, and we didn't want to buy anything last time. I mean, yeah, I could rebuy those medicine things if I needed to, but I don't really need to. I used one poison thing. I don't really need to rebuy that. So I think we're pretty good. I just wanted to speak to people, basically. Yeah, I'm assuming we go map table for the next part. I'm not really sure. Maybe you just re-enter the Gauntlet runner and that counts, right? Like maybe it's literally just exit and re-enter the Gauntlet runner to trigger the next bit. That would seem likely. Okay. I also do like how Basilio has just kind of joined the group. I mean, he was obviously going to join the group, but it's the way that it's like, oh, you awakened to your power? Oh yeah, now you're staying at the Gauntlet runner. Like, there's no question about it. He just is now. Just interesting. Anyway.
I'm tired.
Feeling accomplished? We sure did a lot today. I think we deserve a nice long rest. Oh, everyone has new dialogue. Oh, okay then. Hello.
Now that you mention it.
There's a saying on the island that Magla is a mirror which reflects a person's heart. Forden's Magla was ominous and sinister. I hesitate to criticize the Sanctus Church, but how did they support such a man? Okay.
You see?
Tomorrow is a big day, and you shall need your rest. Ruse or not, announcing that you're the prince will bring us no small share of hardship.
I see.
So Rella was among the finest healers in the land, eh? She does have a natural grace and gentleness. Perhaps that's what won her the support of so many. Sanctism is a force to be reckoned with.
Why?
Rella has taken up Forden's candidacy. Rella's a bit of a pushover, you know. I bet she was pressured into it by the higher-ups in the church. What started as a plan to take down Luis led to Forden's death, and now St. Rella is candidate in his stead. She would surely rule as queen better than Luis would as king. Unless she's evil. Very evil. Hello. I don't get this at all. What the hell's happened? Why is Lady Rella taking Forden's place? I want to fight Lady Rella if I can help it, but if the Sanctus Church is jerking her around, then I want to do something about it. Rella did save him and Fidelio, didn't they? Interesting. Well, to bed. Time to get some sleep.
Sure.
I think I'll rest here for today.
Good night.
Rest well. Late night.
Yeah.
Hey, looking like we're all set for tomorrow. Got a minute then, seeing as I've fallen in with you lot now. I guess there's something I want to clear up. Okay.
You.
Just tell me this. You're doing all this to save the poor prince, so you're doing it to save the country. In our eyes, it has to be the same thing, right? It's the only thing that makes sense for us.
I mean...
It's ultimately the same thing either way.
No.
Ain't that simple.
Hey, mate.
If you want to save the country, you're playing a longer game. You'll actually win this race. So if we can't save the prince, you take his place for good. Okay. I mean, that does make sense. That means if we win the tournament, you'll take the lie to your grave.
So...
I'm just saying, you declare yourself prince tomorrow and everything changes for you forever. You know what you're signing up for. Let's say we're used to change, but also, I mean, we could in theory switch the prince out with us in some way. Although how would the king's magic transfer? I have no idea how that works, but I'm used to change.
Yeah.
No point stopping now, my life's already changed so much. Listen to you, got guts, that's for sure.
Then...
Well, I'll tell you something myself. I'm not just following you to go with the flow, alright? Or to avenge or to avenge Del. Sure, I'm planning on hammering that bastard Luis into the ground. But I'm doing it for the dream. For a world where your birth don't decide your life. And if I'm gonna tag along, that's the world we're gonna have to live to see. I know it.
Leave it to me.
You're just leave it to me, yeah? I got your back. So long as you're giving this everything you got, so will I. We got a deal, Captain. Yup. Is that our bond? Nope. Okay. I saw Basilio off, who said he'd prefer sleeping in stowage and then return to my bunk. Oh, okay. No bond, though.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
I suppose he doesn't have any obvious horns, but his hair is also a different color than ours. I don't know if this is going to work, but it's what we're doing. Which I guess means it will work.
Look, it's that boy candidate. The one who betrayed Luis or killed him or something.
Hold on! I thought it was Sanctifex Forden who got killed.
Think it's both. But hard to say what actually happened. Suppose it's true what they say about Elder. Disaster follows them like an ill wind.
Couldn't get a read on what kind of reputation we had before, but it seems worse than I thought.
Once we stand for His Royal Highness the Prince, that will surely change. We have to believe that.
I love your positive optimism, Hulkenberg, but I don't think that's going to stop it. I think it's going to make it significantly worse.
St. Rella is here. The rumors were true.
Thank you all for joining me, even in the midst of this turmoil. I am Rella Cygnus of the Crown Theocracy. The reason I ask that you all gather here today is so that I may formally announce my succession to His Eminence, the late Sanctifex Forden. I know not if I am worthy, but under the teachings of the noblesse, I am determined to become a worthy king, queen of this land.
The saint herself is to be our queen. Now we are safe. Glory to Sanctism.
Is she allowed to just jump in mid-race like that? Everyone seemed pretty annoyed when Luis did it.
The tournament's winner is not guaranteed the throne. Fairness was never really a factor. Whoever has the skill to exploit the standings will win.
Listen to that roar. I think I underestimated my sister's popularity. Even from here, I can feel her aura of magic. I suppose that's to be expected if she's the land's best mage healer.
From the looks of it, she's perfectly situated to pick up where Forden left off.
I object! Rella, you have no true experience in the political world. And you would rise to Sanctifex Forden's heights. Be worshipped as he was. I refuse.
Ooh, a public split in the church. Now this'll do something for the rankings.
I have been loyal to God and His Eminence Forden my whole life. I am the only one worthy of his legacy.
Master Guido, truly I do see the truth in your words. However, this is also the will of the Crown Theocracy.
Friends gathered here, do you really believe such a person is fit to be queen? Once the nation has dissolved into chaos, it will be too late. Appoint me as champion of sanctism, and I will save you all.
Not sure about that. We know your name, but honestly, you don't have much in the way of real accomplishments.
The man has no charisma. If I had to choose, I'd rather follow Saint Rella in all her glory.
And they say Sanctifex Forden killed the prince, too. If that's true, then I don't know if I'd trust his closest vassal with the throne.
Friends, I...
Oh?
Is that Luis's Gauntlet runner?
As usual, I find you all embroiled in pointless conflict.
What is your business here?
For the sake of those mired in your endless, fruitless squabbles, I have come to propose we give truth to this competition.
What truth?
The people's eyes have been opened. This entire tournament is a self-indulgent travesty of the Sanctus Church's making. First the king, and now you dogs of God. Why do you teach the people lies? You preach the true understanding is mutual and blind to the balance of power. Ignorant, willful or otherwise, to the sin and weakness that your lessons breed. Face the truth. Our world is lawless, and your efforts have done nothing to quell the chaos. It is time we were judged only by our abilities. Victory means nothing unless won by skill, and it is no less true for the throne.
Skill? What skill would you put on display?
I see no more reason to forbid the killing of candidates.
You would have the race decided by violence. And I suppose you believe yourself capable of personally reversing the king's magic? Impossible.
Oh, King! You have witnessed our trials, have you not? You have seen a divine relic used to defy your shield and claim lives! The lance rests in my hand. With its power, my victory is assured. But surely you would not see the race decided by such injustice. And neither would I. I will not give voice to the lie that this world is subject to any god's reign. Would you, O great king?
What is his aim? If he has the key to certain victory in his hands, why cast it aside?
Well, it could be that he genuinely wants people to follow his worldview. If he genuinely wants to do it, then by doing this, he gives a chance. Like, if he believes that he is the strongest, he is the most powerful, then he doesn't need the lance to win, right? The lance is merely just a thing he has. If he can remove that magic from everyone, well, then that changes things. That means that he can very much prove that power is the thing that decides whether or not you are strong or not. He opens up the competition to be played his way, and at the end of it, people will back him because they see that his worldview is correct and he is the best at doing it. That's the way I see it anyway.
Never takes what he doesn't win. That's Luis to the core. He means every word he says. When you're clawing up from the bottom and you hear him talk like that, you can't help but dream. And then you never realize. Only a madman claims lies and contradictions won't exist in their world.
Luis Guyaburn. What manner of life has this man lived to make him such a creature?
He says that, but with that lance, he could kill any candidate he pleases, couldn't he? He killed Sanctifex Forden, and now threatens Saint Rella. No! Your late Majesty, please speak!
Do not fear, my people. Even should Luis claim all the power he desires, I will not be so easily conquered. Even should our nation dissolve into anarchy, I will always stand to defend you.
Sister.
I expected little else of Forden's loyal pet. It seems there is more to the saint than vapid, empty benevolence. Come, O king! There can be no more doubt. The masses desire a truly fair battle. One waged without your shackles.
Be this thy course. Thou wouldst rule by strength alone.
He's talking!
Wait, look at the eye.
Like when he first rose.
I killed Forden, yet has my standing fallen at all? Surely you would know. This petty race limps forward, while the land is further flooded with anxiety and monsters. You have left us an age of strife. You are powerless to stop it. And in your place, fool king, I will restore the balance and right this land's wrongs!
So be it. They who remain seeketh a clash without hindrance. Very well. Now and hereafter, my magic shall no longer protect thee. Face this as a trial renewed. If ye would be a true king, then I bid thee prevail.
So the eye has us in third place. That's what I was noticing. Rella in second, us in third. Okay, it's on.
You see that light just now?
The magla flow surrounding the candidates has disappeared. The protection of the magic is no more.
The raw magic's protection has faded away.
Then this lance of dragons is no more than an antique spear. Children lost in Sanctism's shadow, the fog of deception has finally cleared. There is no God. Think hard on your salvation, and whether you'll find it in prayer.
No. He would even deny us our prayer?
It's true. His Majesty has broken the spell. If it has come to this.
You know it was not I who laid the prince low. Which means that if you oppose me still, it is for the throne, and nothing more. I can finally face the real you. A near-death invalid has no place upon the throne. The mere suggestion is ludicrous. You do well to follow the king's example, and abandon the folly of your ideals.
To cast aside all we've fought for would accomplish nothing. We too strive for a vision. Luis, you will never take the throne. The rightful heir stands before you. Look upon our candidate and know his true claim. He is the legitimate son of his late Majesty King Hythlodius V, last heir to the throne of Uchronia. His Highness, the Prince himself, has risen to vanquish evil. For his people, he defies the pain and suffering of the curse he endured.
His Highness the Prince? What? That's a lie. His Highness? He has already passed.
His Highness the Prince? They're mad, the lot of them. That boy's an elder.
I was telling you that they were going to bring that up at some point here.
Indeed he is. 'Tis the very proof you seek. Anyone who truly knows His Highness himself will see what this means.
Indeed. There is no denying it.
Rella!
Sister?
What?
I saw for myself when I personally treated His Highness. They'd warned me against revealing it to the public, but the time for discretion is past.
Huh. It would seem odd for her to support our claim.
His Highness the Prince has elden blood coursing through his veins. His Majesty told me that the boy's birth mother was an elder woman.
The Prince was an elder?
Enough of this absurdity.
You! The Prince! A bold gambit. To reveal yourself before both Rella and I. Indeed, I have no retort. After all, he's been dead so long, nobody could say otherwise.
I love that Luis is going along with this because he's like, well, nobody can refute it, and I'm interested to see how it goes. I like that Luis is basically filling the role of Chaos here. He's basically just like, this seems like this will be entertaining. Let's go with it.
Fine then. So be it. This marks the true battle between those who would fight for the throne. Wouldn't you say, Your Highness? Face your unworthy ideals and come to terms. I shall await at the royal capital to meet the one left standing.
Also, we have to assume, based upon what we know, that Luis does also know, or like knew the prince, as he also reads the same book that the prince reads, and that the book that we now read. So, I think Luis is 100% sure that this is just a flat-out lie, but I love that he's just going along with it for the, for the thrill of it. While I have no idea why Rella backed us. I don't know. I don't know what her end game is. If she has one. With Luis in the lead, he no longer has to concern himself with the other candidates, especially those who aren't a direct challenge. I secured the abandoned Dracodius. Oh, Dracodius is a knight's weapon. Which I guess does make sense, it's just weird that we now have it. We're now third. My support has increased dramatically now I've announced that I am the prince, and I can't let the people down.
Rella, Forden's legacy is rightfully mine. It won't be long before this conflict turns violent. Do you really think you have what it takes to fend off Luis?
You were head of the guards and you failed to protect Santifex Forden. You want to talk? Please step down.
And you think yourself my better, do you? If it's a contest of strength you want, we can settle that right here. My magic. Nothing's happening. What's going on?
Please, do not cause further distress to the devout. I ask once more, stand down.
She just cast the curse, which is on the prince, on Godot. It's the same looking magic. She caused the curse. She is evil.
Did you see that? Those were thorned vines. But that's... Sister.
Children of God, I know the burdens you bear. I see the fear and anxiety that weighs heavy upon you. But rest at ease, my beloved citizens. Sanctism is and shall ever be your fortress. Know that I will protect all of you. Pray with me now. Close your eye.
Oh.
She's right. Saint Rella can even heal our country. As long as we believe in her, we shall know peace.
Saint Rella! Saint Rella! Close your eye.
Be careful. I sense Magla. There's something beyond rhetoric in her words. There's definitely magic there.
Ah, so this is how she got a reputation as a saint. Not necessarily just because of her saintly actions, because she was actively influencing people. Huh. Also, I see the Roussant candidate obviously not affected by this either.
Sister! What have you done to everyone?
I'm lifting their fears and anxieties. I can take yours too. With enough devotion, you can lock your anxieties away and they shall never trouble you again. Sanctifex Forden saw Sanctism as only a tool. A means to exploit the people, abuse his authority, and mask injustice as piety. And yet, even then, did this twisted form of Sanctism save no unfortunate souls? What makes salvation true? Luis claims that there is no God, that true equality is only earned in pitiless competition. Are the believers fools to fear his words?
Saint Rella.
I will save the people of this land in the truest sense. They shall live with no worries, no anxieties. Now and forevermore.
But through magic? You forced the fears out of their very hearts. 'Tis no salvation to strip them of free thought.
Perhaps not. But this country has bled them of it for too long. Besides, what makes you any more fit to speak of rightness? You claim he is the prince. The real prince is surely at death's door, isn't he? After all, your efforts did nothing to lift the curse. I've told you before. The prince's curse was crafted to perpetually draw upon the caster's magic. I know he suffers, because I yet live.
Wait. Surely you can't mean...
Also, how loudly is she speaking? Is Godot hearing all this?
No. You healed His Highness. It was only by virtue of your presence that he survived that night.
Oh, was I not clear enough? Allow me to clarify. On that night, it was my back that your blade carved across.
This isn't good. There's magic flooding this place.
Keen senses indeed, to be capable of seeing all this.
No! Why? Sister, you can't have! You were only 12 summers old then.
I was. And Luis was only a boy. All the better for any witnesses to suspect him of the crime. Yet I was interrupted in casting. What would have been a fatal curse became something unorthodox and incomplete. A spell with no formula. Even I could not dispel it. All you can do now is kill the caster. As heiress to the Sanctus Church's legacy, I will never hand over the royal scepter. Not to Luis, nor to you. Juna, I will await you amidst our dearest memories. Find me where the failures of the Sanctus Church lie buried. A place I'm sure you know well.
Isn't that
a warp staff?
Halt! I will not let you escape. You've ruined everything. The church, my authority, everything. You will never leave this city alive. I am Guido, of the warrior monks, and in God's name, I condemn thee!
Oh?
Oi! They're calling in the cavalry! We've got incoming runners, plural! We need to get out of here!
Okay, let's get out of here. I don't know how you got here, but let's get out of here.
Norris, swiftly!
Lost it, I know! Who put this cliff here?
What about the teleportation? That takes time we don't have!
We've got nowhere to go but up into the sky!
So we do. Then, that's what we'll do. We fly!
Wait.
What?
You're saying...
I finished preparations long ago. Time was something I had in surplus.
Then?
But if it fails, it's curtains for us. We all die here. You hear me?
I trust you.
We're dead if we don't move either way. I agree. This speaks true.
Just take us up already. We've all flown before, right? Except me.
Norris! Is this not your dream? Then bring it to life! Here and now!
I'll do it. I'll take you with me. Beyond the sky!
What the?
Not yet. Trust your technology near us. It's time. Let's fly!
Possible. It can fly!
Yeah! We're flying like a bally bird with wings and all. Did you not see that? How do you like that?
My ears are popping.
This might take some getting used to.
Take that, world! I've really done it! Look at her! That's my sky runner!
Awesome.
After that drop, I thought we'd die, even if we didn't crash. Now that we're past the worst of it, it's actually smoother than I thought.
A bit of faith, my dear?
You're telling me that tiny patch is the city? It's like a child's toy. Seeing it like this, it's easy to imagine the people as little dots, huddling together in fear.
Phew, that was terrifying. I'm just glad it flew okay. Don't you think?
Aren't you flying anyway?
Aren't you flying already? Why should you be worried?
What's that supposed to mean?
Ha! Don't go poking the bear fairy, my lad. Really, I'd never have done this without you giving me the push I needed. Thank you.
So, about our next move.
We must pursue Rella as soon as possible. His Highness is running out of time.
Where did she say she was going? Where the failures of the Sanctus Church lie buried? My guess is the Mage Academy, or what remains of the place. Nobody goes near it now. I was a student there myself once.
You don't say. No wonder you're so knowledgeable about magic.
For a dropout, I suppose.
The Royal Mage Academy, then. 'Twas known as the finest school in the kingdom for magic research.
Lady Juna, I've got to ask. What was St. Rella like back in your school days? The way she was acting earlier, all cold? That the real hair?
No! It can't be. I don't want it to be.
But maybe it's something to do with what she's saying about getting rid of all anxieties and worries, right? Like, what if she did it on herself and then she turned into this, right? She got rid of all anxieties, all worries, all care for other people, maybe, and then that separated her. Like, that made her who she is now. We know that the Sanctus Church like their experiments. Apparently Basilio's been part of one, which we haven't heard too much more apart from the fact that he was part of them. So maybe there's some experiment that Rella was part of that changed her.
Maybe I just never knew the real her. That was the first I've ever seen her like that myself. I keep thinking, if she'd just quietly taken over for Forden, we could have helped each other out. Even if she inherits the Sanctifex's authority, she's nothing like Forden. She'd never want to hurt anyone. That's not her. I thought she wasn't like that. Now she's saying she was part of this conspiracy? She attacked the prince? No, it doesn't make any sense.
Then we've got to get to her fast as we can. We know where she is, yeah? You just gotta tell her everything you just told us.
That would be prudent, yes. But Captain, a reef for your thoughts, lad.
Uh-huh.
If she is truly the culprit, then the curse will persist so long as she lives.
Seems like an easy thing to solve to me. We stop her living.
This means we will have to kill her. Are you up to the task?
You're sitting awfully close to Juna for making those kind of comments there, Heisme. I want to say I'm prepared. I'm gonna say ...
Juna, would you prefer to stay behind?
I can't afford to. If at the last minute I can't face it, then you can leave me where I stand. I'm prepared enough for that.
Lady Juna.
What's the matter? It's plain to see something's bothering you.
Oh, no. It's nothing specific. It's just that something's felt wrong somehow, ever since I sensed the Saint's Magla.
I wonder whether she's had an effect over the whole country for a while here. Because we've heard about people feeling like they've been having less and less energy. We've heard of the random illnesses. Could she be the cause behind all of it, a central cause? You know, the church potentially are funneling Magla away from people. Maybe it's something to do with that, which is causing things with her.
I'm sorry. It's hard to explain. Please pay me no mind.
I wonder if we're going to hear more in Yufa's Bond conversation about that, because it seems like her Bond is hinting towards something about like that as well. And her Bond was locked at this point. I've marked the location of the Mage Academy ruins on the map. Rella will be waiting for us when we land. I never wanted it to come to this, but we're ready for a fight. When I'm prepared for battle, I should check the location on the map. Also, we have new music for traveling, like, while flying. Okay. I want to head outside. Maybe not. What do you mean, maybe not now? This is the perfect time to go outside so I can see us flying. Okay. Let's check the memorandum. The Royal Magic Protection rescinded. Dracodius, which has the power to break through the Royal Protective Magic, was obtained by the top-ranking candidate, Luis. With this development, the former king realized that protective magic would no longer served a purpose and lifted it altogether. As a result, it's become possible to use force in the fight for the throne. Though Luis is no longer protected, it is necessary to remember that Grem isn't either. Okay. Well, I think I have to end the episode here. Thank you very much for watching. Next time, I guess we're going to the Mage Academy. When it told us to be prepared, it meant be prepared. We're going straight into a dungeon, in theory. Unless, of course, it's going to be one of these, you go to the dungeon, it appears that actually you can't do it just yet, or you need to be more prepared, you go back, and then it opens the calendar. Also, where are we on the calendar? We're currently the day after Saint's Day. We still have over a month and a half until the day of the hero, where the king is decided. Well, I'm going to end the episode here. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.